opera, and I'm going to explain the plot very quickly, and then we can get into the designs. So it's about this bluebird girl who is being tutored by this dove, and her dad is a vulture, well, adopted, and the dove is friends with this bluebird boy, and he's a very talented singer, and she really likes music. Like the dove is teaching her how to sing and stuff, and so the dove tutor is like, "Hey, I bet I could get you a meeting with this girl," and then he's like, "Oh, woe is me. I have no self-confidence." And then the dove is like, "Why don't you sing that song you've been working on for me? And I'll be the judge of whether or not you're good enough or whatever." And he's like, "Okay." And he sings the song, but it sounds kind of incomplete, like there's some notes missing. And then the mockingbird's like, "I will steal the song, and then I shall marry uh, the bluebird lady." And so yeah, he breaks in, disguised as a bluebird, and he tries to seduce her. And then the bluebird boy, like, sees this happening, and then he like is like, "Stop right there, foul fiend." Foul. Birds. And so then like he sings his song, and then she starts singing her song, and together they sound like complete and stuff. And yeah, and that's the plot. And there's also like a subplot between this chicken and a parrot and the dove having this like weird love triangle, because they think the chicken comes from wealth because the bluebird lady refers to her as her aunt, but that's just like, you know, like auntie. As in, yeah, comedy. um, all the designs are based on like Italian Renaissance, um, Commedia dell'arte, that sort of thing. And yeah, so the bluebird is pretty basic and pretty boring. The lady bluebird is also very boring. She has a little capelet meant to look like wings. Um, the mockingbird has a pompadour because in jokes, it's about like how music genres get stolen. The town is based off of my grandmother's hometown of Villefranche, and yeah. Oh, and the parrot. I love the parrot's design the most because he's so colorful. Even though he's a villain, he's based off of this one like um, traveling performer character from Commedia dell'arte. He's sort of like a minstrel, I think is the word, and I really like it. So the dove is slightly based off of a priest a little bit. Not really, but like he has a little cross necklace and a funny hat, so he looks like a religious official of some kind. And yeah, he's just carrying like a bunch of like musical tools and trinkets and stuff like that. And his glasses, I also illustrated his glasses, which show how these bird noses would probably work. They'd be like incorporated into other parts of the costume somehow, but like I didn't feel like drawing that for everybody. And yeah, I like his design. It's all pastels because the doves are white, but I didn't want him to just be white, so I added some color to it. And yeah. The chicken hen is slightly based off of French folk dress, and she's wearing these rings that she got from the parrot and the dove, and yeah, she's just a comedy character, so she doesn't have much going on with her design. She's just meant to be sort of goofy and silly. So with my first design of the vulture, I really didn't like it, so I went back and did a bit more research and redesigned him. I really liked how he turned out. Like I took some of those head feathers that vultures had and gave him a bit more to replicate like balding, and he has a little key on his clothes to represent that he like locks up his daughter. Um, yeah, he's very spooky, very creepy. He's not necessarily a villain per se, but he is pretty mean, pretty hostile, pretty suspicious of everybody. And now that brings us to the line work. And there's not much here, just some cross hatching, just building out the details, you know. Sometimes I feel like I go overboard with the cross hatching. I don't know. But yeah, I think this was like a very relaxing piece here. If it was going to be a real opera, it should probably be fleshed out more. But like, I don't know how to write music, and like, I didn't have a lot of time to think about a plot, and I just wanted this to be a relaxing video. So I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did making it.